I would say what we were looking for was three primary things. First of all, expertise in district energy and wastewater heat recovery in designing, building, and operating these systems. Secondly, the financial capacity to put up the capital up front for the project and to take on all or most of the risk and the willingness to do that. And then thirdly, we're looking for a true partner, a group that is going to partner with us over the long term, be transparent, work with us on not just the main scope, but also on achieving additional goals for the community and really partnering with the campus partners and the surrounding community. So those were kind of the three main things we were looking for.
We look at projects in terms of their value, but from a few different perspectives. And one of those key perspectives is how does it fit into our overall strategic positioning long term? Where do we see the growth opportunities? And the wastewater heat recovery and carbon aspirations of the project were a huge part of that. But then aside from that, we also look at how executable the project is. That's a really important part because, as you said, we're in the lucky position today that there are so many opportunities, we have to choose which ones we put a lot of resources behind. And what really attracted us in terms of this project being executable was the partner that we were working with. So I want to echo the sentiments said before about partnership and really making sure that the team is clearly committed, they've done their due diligence, and they've put a lot into developing this project before bringing you to the table so that we actually participated in the early RFI stages and we got a sense of the team at the City of Denver, and that really gave us confidence that, boy, this exciting project, their ambitions, this can actually happen.
The mechanism that we use, the Utility Energy Services contract, is very structured. And so you have to meet very strict guidelines for how you put that project together. And so we did follow that, and we partnered with Washington Gas. And in terms of Burns & Mac, what we wanted to see is the customer is really a level of experience and expertise that we knew that whatever came up, and Scott mentioned several things, that they had the experience to kind of get through it and deliver the project.
Not their first rodeo.
Right, exactly. And they've done work for several members in here, and we'd seen those projects, and so that was very, very important to us.
On a typical project, we have to do an internal no-go, no-go, which has a number of factors in it, risk-reward factors. We look at, the financial risk, the contractual risk, is it a client that we know and have worked with before? So there's a number of factors that go into that evaluation.
We were looking for the experienced partner that we can stay together for 35 years. But being federal government, our procurement process is such that you go to the lowest bidder. So how you challenge this lower bidder to be a partner that get a lot of experience. And don't forget, we're building 2 new plants. One is just beside Parliament Hill, right on a hill. So that's the only piece of real estate in Ottawa that is still not developed. So how you prevent the private partner to build a bunker over there? If you go to the lowest bidder, you'll get a concrete box. I mean, that's the fact. They want to win the contract, so they have to go cut the cost. So I think our innovation in this procurement was that we put some incentive to make this plant beautiful, and there were actual credit in evaluation of the proposal that give them credit for aesthetics of the plant.
We're going to convert the system from steam toward water. We're going to interconnect the systems in order to offer much more resiliency, and we're going to increase the overall system by 25%, and the ultimate goal, and this is for us the motivation of that project, is to reach a reduction of the carbon footprint of 40%, if I recall correctly, by 2030, and keep on working on that in order to reach the carbon neutrality in the future for Ottawa. So for us, it was a no-brainer to be part of that.
Yes. Being local and right adjacent to our facility was sort of a no-brainer in some respects. However, that being said, you know, these are long-term agreements, and you know, there's going to be things that you can't write in the contract that come up over the time. And so you're going to want to have a partner, and I think this works for both parties, that are aligned with one another and that have the same values as you have, because there's things that are going to go wrong, things that are going to happen, and I think you've got to have confidence that in the long run, people are working towards the same common goal.